Hey, what is going on, everybody? It's YunKs. Today, I'll be showing you guys the last word. This is an exotic hand cannon. I did get this a while back when the TeknoAxe first released, but anyway, let's get right into it. The first thing I am going to do with the last word is compare it with the Hawkmoon, so you guys do get an idea of the stats on the last word. So let's take a look. As you can see, the Hawkmoon has less fire rate, more impact, much more range, less stability, less reload, and more in the mag. Alright, so this is a high rate of fire, low impact hand cannon, but this thing will still kill very quickly, trust me guys. Alright, now let's get into it. Now my attack is 314. I probably will eventually get this to 320 whenever I can. Now we got fan fire. The weapon can be fired quickly and continuously, so basically full auto right here. Absolutely amazing perk to go along with that high rate of fire. Alright, now we got our sights here. Now I highly do not recommend going with smart drift control or aggressive ballistics, because look at that reduction on range. This weapon already doesn't have the greatest range on it, so I would highly recommend just keeping soft ballistics on. You don't want to mess around and get that range reduction on these sights here. Alright, so let's move on. Now we got hip fire. This weapon has bonus accuracy while firing from the hip. Alright, this goes great along with the last perk. We will get into that shortly, but let's move on to the middle perks here. We got single point sling, switch weapons faster, move quicker while aiming. Okay, high caliber rounds, oversized rounds built to stagger targets and leave them reeling. Their mass makes a weapon harder to handle. Okay, and we got perfect balance. This weapon has extremely low recoil. Now I highly recommend you guys go with perfect balance, just because that full auto and high rate of fire, you are going to be shooting very quickly, so you want to be as stable as possible with your shots, guys. So, but remember, you could do whatever you want, but I would just highly recommend perfect balance. Now we got last word, the last and main perk on this weapon. Alright, bonus damage and stability, extra precision damage when firing from the hip. Alrighty, pretty interesting perk right there. We will get a little more into that later, so let's take a look at the aesthetics. Alright, absolutely great looking hand cannon. Let's get right into the gameplay now, guys. So the very first thing I did with the last word was take it to the Ultra Knight here in the Dreadnought to see how fast I could possibly put him down. Now it took me about 21 of my shots. I know not all of them were precision, but they were close enough, and it took me 11 seconds to put him down. Now I was hip firing there, and I was doing about 1900 damage to the head, and now here I am aiming down sights and I'm doing about 1450 to the head. So as you can see, that last word perk really does make a difference with precision damage, and even when it's not precision damage, it still does a little extra damage, guys. So not bad at all. Anyway, we're moving right along to PvP now. The last word is capable of 3-shotting your enemy while aiming down sights. As long as all your shots are headshots, you will be dealing 75 damage to the head and 50 damage to the body. So if you get all body shots, it will take about 4 shots to kill somebody with the last word. And remember, guys, this all depends on what range you're at. This is a close range hand cannon, so you cannot be sniping enemies with this because it has pretty bad damage drop off due to its range. Now we're moving right along to the last word perk. So when you're hip firing this weapon in the Crucible, you will deal 99 damage to the enemy's head. So you could potentially put down an enemy in 2 shots depending on their armor build, and you will also be dealing 60 damage to the body. And remember, guys, this all depends on range once again, but I don't think you're going to be sniping people while hip firing with the last word, so you should be alright. Anyway, the last word is probably one of the fastest primary weapons to kill with in the Crucible, if not the fastest. This thing is amazing. I use this weapon in the Trials of Osiris. I use it in the Iron Banner. I use this for any PvP activity. Once you learn to control that recoil when you're shooting full auto, this thing will put down your enemies very quickly as long as you're precise with your shots. And you will be reloading a lot with this weapon, but it's okay, because this weapon still is amazing. Now, I do not think this weapon is made for PvE whatsoever because of the low mag size. I mean, it does decent damage in PvE, but you're just going to be reloading a ton, and I personally do not think it is worth it. But please leave in the comments if you guys use this for PvE, and what do you think about it for PvP? Is this your go-to for trials? Please let me know, guys. Anyway, I did have a lot of fun with this weapon, and it was not hard for me at all to get this footage, and I will continue to use this for trials whenever I feel like running this. But that's really it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed the video, and stuff for the support. I'd highly appreciate it.